Good afternoon. I'm lucky to visit Forest Lawn Museum in Glendale today to see Persona, exploring self-portraiture. As you can see, there is plenty of free parking, which is reason enough to visit any art show in Los Angeles.
Welcome. Come in and see us in the flesh.
A note about the museum director, James Fishburne, earned his MA and PhD at UCLA from 2006 to 2014. His focus was the Italian Renaissance, spending half of his time in Italy for research. He worked at the Getty for a few years and then taught art history college courses. In 2018, he was hired as the director of Forest Lawn Museum. Forest Lawn has one of the world's largest collections of full-scale replicas of Michelangelo sculptures. The front room has some of the permanent collection on view, and a gift shop follows. Notice the stained glass piece, The Solitude of Narcissus by Narcissus Quagliata, who is also a featured artist in this exhibit. Entering the first room, we see the likes of Warhol and Man Ray and other historical portraits. Warhol shimmers. There are rare antique selfie cameras courtesy of the Sedit collection, including this Wonder Photo Canon camera, made by the Chicago Ferrotype Company circa 1910, so named because it resembled a ship's cannon. One of the wall texts states self-portraits, quote, helped raise the profile and social status of artists. No longer were painters merely the invisible hand behind an artwork. Instead, they stood alongside kings, queens, philosophers, and saints within works of art. Here we see a 15th century Italian bronze self-portrait by Lorenzo Ghiberti and an image of Jan Stika, circa 1895, standing with his assistants during the painting of the 195-foot-long painting, The Crucifixion, which is also housed in Forest Lawn. There is wit and intrigue in the show, with a variety of form and textures. A long accordion self-portrait made with vintage gelatin silver prints mounted on rag paper by Brad Donenfeld is nicely displayed alongside the bellows of an antique camera. Anonymity is a running theme, allowing for a glimpse into faces that may not have always been given space on gallery walls.
Finally, they can see me.
Took long enough.
I'm grateful.
Stand still now.
Shalata.
In the next room, we find a diverse array of contemporary self-portraits. All of them are noteworthy and deserve attention, so I hope you will linger in this room. Brian Ida is an artist I have been following for years. He recently had a retrospective at the Bakersfield Museum of Art. He has also received a COLA grant this year and is a recipient of the Individual Support Grant from the Gottlieb Foundation. This self-portrait is drawn in ink and is part of a portrait series in which the entire figure is drawn by historical or narrative text embodying the person. His self-portrait is formed by the language of the Immigrant Act of 1924. Delicate, sensitive, and so powerful. I was fortunate to hear Jonna Ireland speak about her photography at the Philosophical Research Society last Wednesday. The talk was in reference to her book regarding Paul R. Williams, but she mentioned she began with portraits, so I was curious to see her photographs in this exhibit. She has a way of inviting us inside the self or inside a building, finding comfort and beauty in the intimate spaces. Maren H. Jensen uses threads and glass mosaic, which creates a glittering effect as you look at her while looking at yourself. The threads remind us that we are made of a myriad of spaces, a compilation of tensions and colors. We dissolve into the world this way. Jordan Kay's video gave me a smile, especially this part of her video revealing the ultimate contemporary selfie. The curation is masterful. With just the right amount of wall text, there is thoughtful attention to drawing lines of historical context and expanding the visual dialogue of portraiture. I can't possibly cover every artist, but the show has a long run and I hope to revisit. I couldn't help thinking as I left the show about my own self-portrait. Will I become a model for a robot? Will my neural data become an ad for lipstick? It's something to ponder. Anonymity may not be so bad.